We are back at it again. What is up, family? I hope all is well. Today we're going to talk about mindfulness. And by the end of this video, they're going to get a really good understanding of why it's a must that you adopt a mindful practice in your life and how it can lead to greater states of mental wealth. When we talk about mindfulness, I know you've heard it before, and it's always talking about mental health and helping out with anxiety, helping out with worry, helping out with stress, keeping our blood level in a good space. It's really about mental health. But today you're going to learn about the riches that can stem from a mindful practice, the treasures that we're able to access when we clear out the space in our mind, so we can achieve greater levels of mental wealth. Now, if you're new to this channel and you're looking for more ways and more support to help you discover your greatness and create the life of your dreams, hit that like button, go ahead and subscribe, and click the bell to be notified once I post a new video every single week. And so, why is mindfulness so important for our mental wealth? One of the first things that you need to understand is that clarity is power. What mindfulness is able to do is quiet the noise so that we gain greater levels of clarity. We live in a world that is bombarding us with information. Everywhere you look, something else is happening, and there's a lot of noise, and we have a lot of responsibilities. If you're a parent, you got the kids quarantined in the house with you as you're trying to, put food on the table. It seems like our mind doesn't get a break, but what mindfulness is able to do is allows us to clear that noise so that we truly can tap into our intuition and achieve greater levels of our potential. When we practice mindfulness, we're training our awareness. And so if we can strengthen that muscle through practicing mindfulness to be able to, have control of where our attention is, and to be able to access, greater levels of our intuition, to be able to make sound decisions, that is so super, super important. And it shows up in so many areas of our life, in our relationships, in our professional life, and then just ultimately our overall health, not being carried away by the negative things and the negative images that we're forced to see over and over and over again. One of the best definitions that I heard of mindfulness is your ability to know what's happening in your mind at any given moment without getting carried away by it. So if we understand what's happening in our mind, if we understand the noise, we can then make better sound decisions and clear that space so that we can really hear our intuition more clearly and make super sound decisions. And that'll lead to greater states of wealth, because we'll see once we practice this a lot more how on point our intuition is, how much information we truly do have deep within. But we just have to tap into it. And so clarity is power, and mindfulness helps gain that clarity in each of us when we practice it. One of the other things that mindfulness does and how it's important for our mental wealth is it helps us to manage impulsive responses. So it creates a gap in reactivity. A lot of what we do, you and I both, is automated. And we may not even recognize it, but a lot of our actions, a lot of our reactions are automated. They're patterns over the years. For example, you think of yourself in a car and somebody cuts you off. A lot of our automatic response is to feel anger, to feel some kind of a personal attack against us. And an automatic response to that may be to yell, may be to put up the middle finger, may be to do something along the lines to respond to that anger that we're feeling inside. Say we're watching a commercial about some really good cake. I'm a sweets person, I like sweets. Think about that feeling of seeing a commercial of something that you really enjoy, and then within 20 minutes you have a plate in front of you that's helping to satisfy that craving. Or even, lust. Think about you seeing somebody attractive, and then that feeling of lust comes out, and then it leads to a mistake if you haven't thought through the reaction. So we all have these automated responses, but what mindfulness allows us to do is to create a gap between that reactivity. So the more we train our awareness, the more we train our attention, we're able to notice the thought, notice the sensation. And instead of being reactive to it, we can then make the right decision based off of what we're feeling, a decision that is empowering to us, a decision that's going to be helpful to us at the end of the day. So that example of us being in the car, if you trained your awareness enough and practice mindfulness, somebody may cut you off. You may still feel the anger, but instead of immediately responding, you've created that gap from that practice, and now you can feel the thought, feel the feeling coming up. Oh, I'm getting angry, I'm getting angry, I'm getting angry. And you have that moment of clarity to be able to say, okay, I'm angry. Yes, they cut me off, but you're able to make the right decision because of it. Now think of how many situations in your life this can truly help out, to be able to think before you act. Think of a time in your life where you reacted too fast and something bad happened in the long run, or something that you regretted. The final thing I want to go over is mindfulness is important for our mental wealth because it helps us to dream lucidly. There's a wealth of information in our dream states. You know, I love dreaming. Inception is actually my favorite movie, and I didn't dream my whole life. There were times where I've dreamed more. I've had nightmares when I was a kid. There are times where I can't really remember my dream, but as of late, over the last few years as I practice mindfulness more, I've been dreaming more and actually remembering my dreams. And there's research that shows that mindfulness can truly help you to remember your dreams. There have been inventions that have changed the world that have been inspired by dreams. Think of Google. The creator of Google had a dream, and it inspired him to begin to work on the idea of Google. The periodic table was something that was also conceived in a dream. Einstein's theory of relativity came from a dream about cows. It's a truly important idea to understand how mindfulness can help that. And what happens is, the more aware we are in our waking state, the more aware we are in our dreaming state. And that lucid dreaming is important because it can happen. We can access those states whether we are asleep or awake. You know, you can dream lucidly in your sleep and wake up remembering some of the information, some of the symbols, and be able to act on it. But you can also get into a deep state of meditation and slow your mind down to the point where you're starting to get into that alpha state, even deeper into that theta state, that delta state, where where the frequency is lowering, your brain waves are lowering, and those are actually really lucid dreaming states. And this is also an important place to be when it comes to visualization, when it comes to visualizing your future and the creative aspect of visualizing and creating images in your mind. You can do that in a deep state of meditation, and it makes the images more clear and more realistic. So it's kind of like you're dreaming, you're daydreaming, you're awake, but you are in a dream state and able to accomplish a lot of things, come up with some great ideas. And like I said, there's a lot of treasures to be found in our mind once we clear the noise out. And so, yeah, those three things: clarity is power. You're able to manage impulsive responses. You're able to truly dream lucidly. I think the biggest point that I want you to take away from this is that mindfulness is really able to clear space for your true essence to be accessed and also expressed. When we clear out the noise, when we clear out all the fuss, what we find is your intuition. We find you, your true self, your true thoughts, your true emotions. And the more you get a chance to understand yourself from the core, the better and the more authentically you're able to express yourself and express your light, express your genius, express your true gift here on this earth. So mental wealth is established from having a mindful practice. And that's why I wake up every day excited to share the importance of mindfulness, because it's truly changed my life and so many others. And so with that being said, if you still need a bit more support with your mindful journey and with meditation, you'll find a free link in my description below that is called Finding Your Zen. And it's a free guide that you can download, and it'll help you get more in tune with your inner self to start your meditation practice, start your self-love practice, so that you too can accomplish and access states of true mental wealth and begin to create the life of your dreams. And so family, thank you for watching. Here's some more videos that you can check out to truly help you create the life of your dreams and discover your greatness. If this video resonated with you, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share with someone who may need it that you love. Again, I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks for listening. Peace.